lot of riders on a small little track.
Yeah.
All is fair in love and war, right? And racing's war, so. Whoa! Getting a little western, getting sideways, coming in hot. He is definitely on the gas on that XG750. These guys are all having some fun out here.
And let's go to down. Diana's out there on the racetrack. Are you crazy, girl?
Yeah, that's right. I am on the racetrack. The camera's not pointing towards me, but I'm here. And we are having the Open AM class right now. These participants, they're 12 years or older. They must be 14 years old to ride the 450 CE. No brakeless bikes are allowed. And these bikes must be full framed with the 150 minimum CCs. Let's check them out, guys.
Open Amateur, the biggest class, 42 entries here today. Number 95 is Mock. The 75 is Ellis, 911 Clements, 351's Medema, 713 Wegenstadt, and 73 Smith, and the 558 is Warden. So a big group right here. I got top 0 to the main event, so I'm not sure who else is going to go.
Yeah.
Looks like that's what that says. So all we know is we got to run up front, try to get there in a hurry, and then we'll take the fastest guys moving on into the main event. Open Amateurs coming up. And there's a bunch of them out there, so it's go or go home time.
Now what's interesting is I see dirt bikes and then I see Harley-Davidsons.
Well, you can ride whatever you want. Open Amateur class. You know, Diana just explained the rules. There's another big bike with Ukes on the side of it, and you can see a bunch of bright orange shirts up here in the crowd. They're all from Ukes Harley-Davidson.
Don't you have a story for me of the yellow bike in the back?
The yellow bike, that is, well, not that one.
Oh, not that one?
No, there's another one coming out. But no, that is Bree. Bree actually used to have a road race team. She's back in the pack right now. This is her first ever race, and she's out here with these guys. 911 on the inside, taking over the lead. Red flag is out.
Someone jumped the gate out there.
You noticed? So?
Yeah, something happened.
All right. So there's not a starting gate like motocross, so they line them up. There's a laser beam going across the starting line, so if anybody creeps across the line, they know that, and they'll signal somebody. So they're going to probably put somebody in the back row. 911 pulls up that Harley-Davidson. That looks like an XG750 to me.
That is. It's a pretty rad-looking XG750.
Dude, there are bikes all the way around through all the aisles and the walkways underneath this building, completely full of motorcycles.
Wow.
So it doesn't look like they slid anybody back. Maybe they just weren't quite ready to start the race. So we'll take off right now. Light turns green. The XG out in front. He's got a Speed Merchant jersey on right there. 911, your leader, Clements. 3 semifinals in this class. Amateur semifinal number 1 on the track. 713's right there on the back tire. Some more hard names up here up north. 911 goes a little bit wide. Here comes the 713 looking at the inside. I saw another brake light like you were talking about earlier.
Yeah, is that affecting him out there?
I don't know, man. I don't remember racing anybody with the brake lights, so I don't know how that would bother you.
Now we have a 750cc against a 450cc.
Yeah.
I see them both putting power to the ground. Do you think there's an advantage on that?
Well, the 450 is a lot lighter weight, I would assume. But as long as you get that traction, you know, you slide your rear wheel, you know, your butt over that rear wheel, get some traction, and take them off the corner. That's what you got to be doing. So it seems to be working for both of them. White flag is out for the 911. Clements on the Harley-Davidson. Last lap, the lap times are so fast, it's hard to keep track of. Checkered flag is out. It's 911 with the win. Looked like 713 finishes up there in second. That is Wegenstadt on a Yamaha.
That was a close one. Clements had to stay on his game the whole race.
Yeah, he did. He was right there, which was good. They didn't tell us exactly how many people are transferring to the main event, so we'll see the fastest out of that class in the main. Up next, amateur. All right, let's go down to Diana. So to explain our next class
is the hooligan class. These riders must be 18 years or older. Modern bikes, guys, we're talking about 1986 or newer on stock framed twins. We have 750cc minimum, no dirt bikes, and no pros.
No pros. That's a new rule this year. You cannot be a professional license holder to race in this class. 17 is Fisher on the Harley-Davidson. Actually, this entire field in this race are all Harley-Davidsons. 46 is Aaron Gardado. 38 Rydell. Arcero is on the 33. Wiggins 22X. 51 Holstein. 21's Hogan. Bolensky on the 11. Haupt on the 67. Osterman Jr. on the 37 bike. top 2 to the main event. You know some of these guys out there, don't you, Lance?
I do know some of these guys. I was just on the SMC street rod that was out at X Games, and we were ripping up and down the mountain next to the half pipe. It was pretty incredible.
That was nuts, man. Those guys are crazy. All right, lining them up. They're all Harley-Davidson's listed on here. That one actually looks like a complete custom gas tank, like maybe a Buell-style gas tank.
That's off of Buell, yes, that's right.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
That's one out of Long Beach. He actually flew a red-eye to get here from his full-time job last night.
All right. Lining them up. A lot of...
One thing I want to know is a lot of these Harley hooligans are on social media. I want to know who's on social media watching us right now. I want them to post it, hashtag Harley Hooligan. I'm going to go on Instagram. I'm going to go on Facebook. I'm going to go on all the social media platforms, and I'm going to see what we got, comment. I'm going to like. I'm going to check it out.
Hit us up on the Harley-Davidson Facebook page. That's what we're looking at. Some of the bikes took off early. Some of the bikes are still sitting in the back. I don't know what happened there. Well, maybe they're giving them one lap. I don't know. Looked like maybe a false start. I don't know. So there's the reason we have 4 semifinals in this one. There were 54 hooligans signed up. 54 hooligans. Here's a look at it. So they're going to give them one lap to check out the track. Some riders took off. Some riders said, I don't know, maybe not. So maybe some guys weren't paying attention. There's a good shot from up above the finish line right here. Again, 54 entries here in the hooligan class. That is why we have 4 semifinals. We're going to take the fastest 2, the top 2 riders out of the semifinal. Look at that. His tank says XL1000R Harley-Davidson. Kind of looks like an XR 750 tank, but it says XL1000R. There's one of the Gordados, the 46 machine. I see West Bend Harley-Davidson on the 17 gas tank. All right, so here we go. They're lined up, watching for the green light. Whoa, Gordado pulls the front wheel. Still is in the lead. He had the wheelie and still is your leader. It's Gordado, 46. 33 moves into second. That's Arcero.
That bike's got power, and he knows how to use it.
No kidding, man. He stood that thing straight up and down. Diana's down there. Diana, you know some more about that 46 bike.
That's right. We had Aaron Gordado, number 46, on our pre-show here tonight. Lance, he's quite the guest. He was talking about how lately he's been having a little bit of issues falling, and we're going to see him keep it on 2 wheels here tonight in Milwaukee for Flat Out. Are we going to see him on the podium here tonight?
Well, right now he slipped out of a transfer spot. 67 in the lead. That's Hauk. And in second now is the 17 bike of Fisher. Fisher was on the pole for this one. Oh, we lose one coming off of turn number 2. Hopefully he stays out of the way. They told him during the riders meeting to get the heck out of the way. It's the 9 bike.
It's so incredible. 50-plus riders out here, all names we want to see in the main event, and they're only taking 2 from each.
2 from each of the semis. We already got some of the riders transferred out of the heat races, so we'll see a lot of fast guys, but maybe just not all of them in that main event. Last lap, here they come. White flag still flying. 67's your leader. He's got his hands full with the 17 bike. 67-17 across the line, almost at the same time. Hauk doing a little heel clicker.
Yeah. He's doing some freestyle. He's doing some freestyle out there.
Oh, look at that. Somebody doing a burnout. Somebody doing a burnout. Turn number 2.
You see the smoke. There we go.
That's what was going down last night at the Fuel Cafe.
That's what a hooligan is right there.
Yeah, there's a hooligan for you. Man.
Crowd's filling up. I see a lot of those orange shirts out there.
Dude, they're all from Ukes Harley-Davidson, not too far down the road. Lots of stuff happening down here. Full crowd. We're scheduled for an intermission break. We got a kids race coming up. We're going to have some pit. Oh, look at this.
Yeah.
Some bicycles coming out. It's a kids race.
So awesome.
So we got some big horsepower rides,
cool.
Power wheels, some Strider bikes, and some scooters. Dude, the crowd's louder for these guys than anybody else. Look at the one at the back.
Wow.
Lance, I don't know if you can see the guy at the back of the pack. He's on the Strider bicycle with a green helmet. They're still coming out of the pit area. This might be the new biggest class.
My little 18-month-old daughter, Luca, would love to be out there right now on her Strider.
She has a Strider bike?
Yep, she'd be like that.
Perfect.
You know, guys, all 3 of us have kids, and it's like this is where it's born at right here. This is where you introduce them. Classes like this, events like these, that you get to plant the seed and hopefully take away our dreams that we get to live every weekend.
Man, when I was about 4 or 5 years old, I went over to the Metrodome back in Minneapolis and rode a big wheel on a concrete indoor. Man, that was a long time ago. Oh, look, the little girl got there in a hurry.
This is so cool.
Man, she just pulled up there at the last second.
The crowd is louder than ever right now.
Absolutely. I don't think they can hear us right now, but they have an in-track announcer also, so they're pumping them up right here beside us and having a good time out there. The kids class, they're getting ready to take off.
I'm loving that everyone on social media is digging it.
Mark.
I see Kenny Bristol loving it. I see Sonia loving it. I see Sean from Ohio.
You hear the crowd yelling, go. Look, he's got E.T. in the front in the basket. He's got E.T. along with him.
That's right. I was going to say, coming around the first turn, E.T. I mean, he has the full getup, even the hooded sweatshirt.
Man. There he comes. He got his tongue sticking out, too.
That is awesome. You see
look at the little girl in second place.
I can get an interview. We can get an interview.
Double checkered flag. E.T. went on by you, Diana.
See if you can get anyone for an interview.
I'm trying to get someone, guys.
We want to see the excitement on these kids' faces.
They're still coming. Here comes the Strider bike. The crowd's going nuts. Two little girls.
Go, go,
yeah.
go, go.
Yeah.